Hello and welcome back to Gapeys Greenhouse. I've had a few people ask for an update on the Pepper in a Can Challenge peppers that I started at the beginning of March. It's been 3.5 months since I started those from seed, and they are all doing really well. So I thought it was time to do another update. So let's start here with the yellow Zamora. This is in the Locust Cider Rosemary Plum can. And we've got actually quite a few pods set on this one. We've got some nice purple pods, at least 3, 4, 5. It looks like we've got 5 pods here, and they should turn yellow when they're ripe. So Zamoras come in a few different colors, but this one should be the yellow one. So I think this will be a pretty neat looking pepper. And we have tons and tons of purple blooms all over the plant here, so it should be a productive one. Next up we have the Calico pepper, and this is in a Watts Brewing Company Waggle Dance can. And the Calico pepper is a nice variegated variety, so it's very ornamental. You can see lots of nice variegation on here. We have quite a few flowers, but we've only got 1 pod, I think, that has set so far, and it's right here. So it's also got purple pods, and I think this one may turn red when it's fully ripe. But it's looking really good. I love the variegated peppers, so nice looking pepper there. And then lastly, we've got the Khang Starr Chocolate Linzo. So this one is one that I had topped kind of early on. It was getting really tall, so this is where I topped it, I think back in maybe late April. And it has branched out really well. You can see the tips of each of these branches have quite a few flowers on them. I don't see any pods set yet. In fact, most of the flower buds haven't even opened. I think this is the one that's closest to opening here. But we should see lots of peppers on here before too long. This one seems to be growing the fastest, and it does seem to be going through water a little bit faster than the other two. And this is also the only one I've got planted in the ground as well. So I've actually got 2 of these in the ground here in the greenhouse, and surprisingly the one in the can is doing just as well as the ones here in the ground. So let me show you those real quick. So here's the 2 chocolate Linzos that I have here in the ground. This one here, and actually one of these I topped and one I didn't. So this is the one that I did top fairly, let's see, I think it's hard to tell where I topped it off at. Looks like I topped it off here. So it's branched out quite a bit since I topped it. And then the other one is back here, and this one I didn't top. And it hasn't really grown that much taller than the other one. But you can see in comparison to the one growing in the can, this one is actually a little bit taller, but that's also because it's higher up off the ground. And I did plant these 2 varieties a little bit deeper, so that is why they're a little bit shorter. But as far as the growth goes, they don't look all that much different. This one has some flowers that are already open though, so this one is a little bit further along because this is the only one that I didn't top. And I'm looking forward to getting lots of chocolate Linzos, so I might have to make a hot sauce out of those. One thing I wanted to mention, if you're thinking about growing peppers in a can like this, they do require much more fertilizing and much more water than peppers that you grow in the ground or even in other containers. Because this container is so small, the roots really fill out the container pretty quickly, so they do dry out really, really fast. So I've been watering these pretty much every day. And as far as fertilizer goes, I usually use a Dr. Earth liquid fertilizer, and I usually fertilize them about once a week when I water. So that is keeping them nice and green and healthy, and we'll see how they look in another month or 2. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.